Hey everyone, Joey here with a quick news update. Polygon just published an interview with Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser, and he answered some questions regarding COVID's impact on game development, the end of Mario's 35th anniversary on March 31st, and the dreaded Joy-Con drift. If you want to read the full article, the link to it is down in the description below, but right now, we want to share some highlights from the interview. The first one being about COVID-19 and if it impacted Nintendo's release schedule. He said that it was impacted some, especially during the early days, where they not only had to figure out release schedules due to some development delays, but also marketing. They had to look at how people were going to consume their media during the pandemic and design their marketing plans around that. He then went on to discuss how they fit games like Pikmin 3 Deluxe into their catalog, as well as incorporating older games like Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe into their messaging. Those games still do great numbers, and it's important Nintendo doesn't ignore them in favor of new games. New games like Animal Crossing New Horizons, which took the world by storm this year. Bowser said the game performed well beyond expectations, and he didn't think it would be a cultural touchpoint that it became across the globe, specifically stating how they saw people celebrating graduations, having birthday parties, and even weddings within the game itself. He also mentioned that user-generated content was a big reason behind the game's continued engagement, not just the gargantuan updates that happen every season. And there will still be gargantuan updates made to the game for the foreseeable future, of course. Bowser was also asked if Xbox Game Pass has a likelihood of coming to the Nintendo Switch, and he answered that Nintendo is always looking at various ways that they can engage their consumers right now. So I'll take that as a maybe. Anyway, Bowser was also asked about the limited time releases for Mario 35th anniversary titles, such as Super Mario 3D All-Stars, saying that Nintendo felt the best way to celebrate this anniversary was by making the game a limited release, and that they've done very well selling over 2.6 million copies. He also emphasized that limited releases are not a strategy they are going to use widely. And as for if the game will exist after March 31st, he said he could not speak to plans after that date. Speaking of plans he can't talk about, Nintendo Switch Pro. Bowser responded to those rumors by saying that Nintendo is always looking at new technology, but the sales momentum of the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite in the fourth year are strong. So much so that Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa believes they are just at the midpoint of the platform's life cycle. He didn't imply that a Nintendo Switch Pro is unlikely due to these numbers, but he also didn't say anything about a Nintendo Switch Pro in general, as expected. And finally, Bowser was asked about Joy-Con drift, and if there are any hardware designs planned to reduce this problem so people wouldn't have to keep sending in their Joy-Cons for repair. He said he encourages consumers to contact Nintendo if they have any problems with hardware or software, and that they always look at repair cycles and try to make improvements as they go forward. So hopefully we get a solution sooner rather than later. Anyway, those are just some of the questions asked during this interview with Doug Bowser. If you'd like to read the rest of them, the link to the article is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Game Explain for more news updates like this one. Until next time, bye.